Hi everyone, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. If you have not been here before, today's video is all about bullet journaling. In fact, we are setting up my new bullet journal for the next couple of months. This is in an Archer and Olive dock grid journal. And to start off, I'm adding this key. So usually I don't put a key in my bullet journal, but this page kind of called for it because it was just a one-sided page, so I figured why not. So as you can see, I've got a different type of bullet for different things. The second spread here is going to be my future log. So future log is basically this page and then the next page as well. And you can see that I've added color to this page, so it's kind of a hint for my color themes for the next 4 months. And all of the supplies, if I've missed any so far, will be listed in the description box below, so check that out if you are interested. So a future log basically consists of an area for months that are not currently in your bullet journal, because the bullet journal system, you work day to day. So for instance, if I have an event coming up in November, I would highlight one of the days in that little calendar and then write it down beside and just kind of give a very small description of what the event is all about and the time. So now moving on to the next page, I'm also doing future logs here, but because I expect this journal to last me no longer than 4 months, I just did these 4 months in gray tones because I figured, in case things still come up, I want a place to write them down, but I don't think this bullet journal is going to last me very long. As you'll soon be able to tell, as I turn each page, I kind of question myself whether or not there's one page there or two, because the pages are very, very thick in this journal, and this journal is perfect for watercolor or using your water-based brush pens and using water on top of them. And we will do a few of those techniques throughout the next upcoming months. So I'm just finishing writing in my tiny little calendars here with my Sakura Pigma Micron, and I believe this is the 03 that I use for the mini calendars. So I like to highlight just the days of the week. And now moving on to this spread. This is actually my password and website spread. In my previous notebook, I gave it just one page, and this is one of the things I'm transitioning to. This journal is a lot smaller than my current Indigo dock grid notebook, so I think I'm going to have a tough time kind of transitioning over. This next spread is actually a yearly weight tracker, and I don't fill in any of the numbers, so I don't give any personal information away, but I just kind of show an extra spread that I probably haven't shown before. So I use a Tombow dual brush pen, and this is the black, the N15, I believe, to write the title, and then my Tombow Funosuke to write goals. And this spread is actually places I went. So now this spread and the next are, I was inspired by Amanda Racheli. I think it was last year or maybe the beginning of this current year that she did something similar. And actually in my previous bullet journal, I had spreads exactly like these. However, they were much more decorative. And these spreads in this bullet journal, I'm kind of focused more on what I put in my journal and the use that I get out of it. It's meant to kind of be a brain dump, so as soon as I think of something, I just write it down. And I didn't want this bullet journal setup to be difficult. I didn't want it to be over colorful or really artistic. I just wanted some simple place, basically an empty blank page to write down my thoughts and my ideas. And this page here, actually this page and the next, are Polaroid memories. So all I'm planning on doing on these pages is, as I take pictures with my Polaroid camera, I'm just going to glue them onto these pages, and then underneath I can give a little memo of who it was with or where or what reason. So these next two pages are very useful. This one is my cleaning schedule. And I kind of developed a cleaning schedule in my previous journal, but it was ended up being halfway through the journal, so I figured I'd like to add it to the very beginning of my new one. And it basically just kind of gives me an idea of what types of things I would clean, and I do it on a daily, a weekly, every 2 weeks, monthly, every 6 months, and every year schedule. And this will probably be carried over into my next bullet journal. So now this marker here, I'm using my red Tombow dual brush pen to write in the word Netflix. So I tried to get it as close to the original kind of look as actual Netflix, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to write down all of the TV shows and movies that I want to watch. So these have not been watched yet, and I have quite a list compiled, and I just wanted to have a specific place to put them. Moving along. Now, these next two spreads are all about TV shows, movies, and books that I have watched and read. So this kind of just is more of a memory, I guess. So as I flip back through my journal, I can kind of see where I was at that time with books and TV shows and movies. I find it's kind of interesting to see what I've watched. And ideally, I'd like to say that I'm not a huge TV person and I'm a huge book lover. But honestly, in the last year, I've read only maybe 5 books, which is ridiculous for me because I used to read like hundreds. So, yeah. This next spread is completely useful for me because in my previous journal, I ended up taking a spread that had no writing on it at the time and just repurposing it as a doodle a day idea page. So this is a specific page where I can actually write down all of my doodle a days. And if you were interested in that, please check out my Instagram. I will link it down below for you as well. And it's kind of a neat idea because you just do a doodle every single day and you put it on one page and kind of overlap them, and it looks really, really cool. This spread is an autumn and winter bucket list, and I figured I want to either draw things on this page or just write them, like drinking hot cocoa, going for walks in the leaves, going sledding, etc. And this is the very last spread in this new bullet journal setup. For makeup supplies and bullet journal supplies, these are items that I wish to purchase, not necessarily have. And that is it for this new bullet journal setup. I know it was very quick and it was also very simple, but that's kind of how I wanted it. Here we're going to go ahead and do just a quick run through. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. And please subscribe if you have not already. Click that bell notification to be notified every time I post a new video. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.